Monday morning, first day back after a 2-week holiday, and already I know it's going to be a mad busy week. I'm dreaming of Spanish sea and warm sun when I arrive at Maryam's house. My first appointment of the day, Maryam's 28-week antenatal check, which I'm doing at a home that she shares with a husband, Majid, and a mother-in-law. Everything looks well, no concerns, I tell Maryam after doing the check. I see you're all prepared for the new arrival. All the baby things are prepared and the house is clean. Majid and his mother are in the room during the check. His mother in particular looks excited. Majid is a bit more subdued, probably a bit shell-shocked. It will be his first baby. I return to the office to sort the paperwork for Maryam's file. Good holiday, says my senior, Vanessa. I don't answer. I've just noticed something in the file. Oh, shit, I say. Turns out, Maryam had made a disclosure. When Maryam was 5 months pregnant, she was admitted to A&E with abdominal pains. And whilst there, she disclosed she was being physically harmed by her husband and mother-in-law. Domestic violence services were called and rang Maryam whilst in hospital on a mobile. She told them that she was okay and she knew what to do if it got out of hand. I feel terrible, I tell Vanessa. I should have read the file before the visit. I could have talked to her. Although, on reflection, the husband and mother-in-law remained there constantly during my check, so that wouldn't have been possible. Well, that's a risk indicator in itself, says Vanessa. I'll make an opportunity to speak to Maryam when she's alone, I tell Vanessa, although that might be easier said than done. A week later, I meet my colleague, Emma, in town. Emma, I've got a favour to ask, I say. Maryam arrives at the clinic for her glucose tolerance test, which Emma will be performing. I watch Maryam from the windows upstairs. As suspected, she's not alone. The mother-in-law is with her. Emma knows the plan. She will accidentally spill the urine sample, which Maryam has been told to bring in, and send her to the toilets to produce another sample whilst Emma keeps the mother-in-law talking. 10 minutes later, I'm in the ladies' toilets. One of the cubicles is locked, so I knock gently on the door, and Maryam emerges holding the sample. She looks surprised. It's okay, Maryam, I say. I just want you to know, well, I'm aware of the hospital disclosure you made, and I'm here to help in any way I can. She glances anxiously at the door. You won't take my baby away, will you? I reassure her, I won't be doing that. I can offer you support and keep you and baby safe. Maryam looks at the door again. I have to go, or she'll come looking for me. I tell her I can give her a number to ring in case she needs help. And here's my phone number, I say, offering her a bit of paper. It's perfectly normal for patients to have it. I'll be the one visiting you at home. She tells me she feels safe, and the abuse will stop happening once the baby's born. It's like I told the others, she says. The children's social care, the domestic violence services. I am okay, and if anything happens, I know what to do. She's still holding the urine sample as she goes to leave. As she reaches the door, she turns. Thank you, she says quietly. I follow her out the toilets and go back upstairs. Glancing round, I see the mother-in-law hurrying towards her along the corridor. She looks angry. I don't hear from Maryam, and the next time I see her is after the birth. Maryam has given birth to a little boy, Majid, named after his father. The mother-in-law answers the door and shows me to the sitting room. "Hello, Maryam," I say, and she nods. Majid and his mother remain in the room. We chat, and I try to include all three of them. I don't want Majid and his mother to suspect I know of the abuse. They are polite and accommodating, clearly smitten with baby Majid. I check the baby. Majid is a beautiful, healthy-looking boy. The house phone rings. "I'll get it," says Majid. His mother-in-law turns to say something to him. And suddenly, with the mother and the husband not looking at her, Maryam turns to me and mouths the words, "Don't say anything, please." And she waves a hand across her throat. "If you've anything to do," I say to the mother-in-law, "I'm happy to talk to just Maryam." But she isn't going anywhere. "It's my first grandchild," she says. "I want to be involved." Later, as I go to leave, Maryam shows me to the door, and I whisper, "Are you all right?" Loudly, she says, "Oh, thank you, Helen. I'm glad everything is well and the baby is okay." And again, she makes the gesture across her throat. Emma at work asks if I'm okay. "Oh, I'm just thinking about Maryam," I say. "It's been a couple of weeks since my birth check. I think she accepted me and might even talk to me. I don't think she felt she could with the other agencies. I'm not due to see Maryam for a few weeks, the 6-week baby check. I'm worried what Maryam might be going through in that time." "Well," says Emma pointedly, "you could always make an excuse to go back. Be creative." I smile. The next morning, I'm here at Maryam's house. The mother-in-law answers, as usual. She looks surprised. "What are you doing here?" she asks, abruptly. "Oh, I just wanted to chat with Maryam. Something that might interest her." You know, there's something quite intimidating about this woman. And for a moment I ask myself, do I really want to go into this house? But suddenly she's all smiles again. "Come in," she says, politely, and shows me to the sitting room. "I just thought you and baby Majid might benefit from some baby massage classes," I say to Maryam. "Bit of bonding time. Just you and baby. Get you out of the house." It's the baby's 6-week check, and I'm back at Maryam's. They're expecting me. I weigh the baby. 9 pounds exactly. Maryam is really happy with herself. "I got it right, that's what I guess," she says. Suddenly, the mother-in-law loses control and says nastily, "You did not say that." I look at Maryam and instantly I'm in tune with her. This is what her life is like. I gently hand the baby back to Maryam, and instantly the mother-in-law takes him from her and gives him to Majid. Maryam looks to be on the verge of tears. "Would you like a cup of tea, Helen?" says the mother-in-law. Suddenly she's all sweetness and light again, overcompensating for her earlier outburst, I think to myself. She politely answers all the questions I ask about the baby, even though I direct them to Maryam and her husband. On my way out, the mother-in-law passes me the form for the Grant Maternity Sure Start. It's £500. I glance at it and notice it's been filled out in the mother-in-law's name, not Maryam's. I'll deal with this later, I say. Majid and his mother stand in the doorway watching me go. I see the mother take the baby from Majid. No sign of Maryam. I'm sitting in the cafe at my local supermarket having lunch when my phone rings. It's Maryam. It's been over a week since I saw her for the 6-week baby check. I pick up the phone. "Hello, Maryam," I say. Maryam's whispering, "I need your help. I've got to get out." My heart's pounding. "Maryam, can you talk? And if so, for how long?" Maryam whispers, "Not long. I'm locked in the bedroom. I'll text you." Seconds later, I received the text. They hit me last night when I was carrying the baby. If I don't get out today, I'll be killed.